Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman. I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. Now, this is a trailer, I think, that came out a couple weeks ago. I remember, seeing like a moving poster for this when I went on my Star Wars marathon that involved a woman pulling hair out of her mouth and just kept pulling. That was the whole concept of the moving poster. The hair just kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And then I know that the trailer dropped somewhere in the last couple weeks, and I was actually in a movie theater. I think it played in front of The Grudge, and I immediately spun on my heels, ran out of the theater. I was like, no! This is a trailer that I wanted to watch and react to, and I forgot about it. But that reminded me, and now we are going to get to take a look at this bad boy. So bear with me being a little behind, as per usual. Let's not waste any more time. You probably want to know what I'm talking about. So pull up a chair, take a seat. We're getting ready to take a look at the first official trailer for Gretel and Hansel. That's right, man. This is a movie that I'm assuming is going to go down the rabbit hole of the classic Grimm's fairy tale about a brother and a sister who venture into the woods in search of food, and the kiddie version, they follow a trail of like breadcrumbs that lead them to like a house that's made out of candy and like gingerbread, and this lady invites them in, and she keeps feeding them, getting fatter and fatter. Turns out that she's a witch, and she's trying to cook these kids. And that was the kiddie version of it. I know the actual Grimm's fairy tales way darker, and that makes me wonder if this movie will be tackling that story in a more dark way than maybe we've seen in the past. And the one thing that I am excited about here is to see the one actor that I am familiar with, Sophia Lillis, back in the horror realm, man. She took a little detour from it to do Nancy Drew. That didn't seem to work out too well. So I'm psyched to see what she's got here in this horror movie, because I think that's the realm where she best work. She's so good in the It movies. I hope she can bring that here. So let's not waste any more time, man. Let's get our trusty little travel box up. All right, man. We are ready to get nice and small. Hopefully not small enough for a witch to eat us, but shrink it all down. I'm an idiot, man. I swear. I'm not like thinking about the things that come out of my mouth. I'm just like dumb. But anyway, we are tiny. The trailer for Gretel and Hansel is down below. Let's take a look at what we're getting with this one. Maybe a creepier version of the Grimm's fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel. But this is Gretel and Hansel. Let's take a look.
I'm called Gretel, and this rough one here is my brother Hansel.
Oh, that woman is so creepy. She was creepy in the moving thing too. And these kids are creepy.
Fairy tale again.
It's too scary, you'll start seeing things that aren't there.
That's like a classic witch, alright.
You've been turned out of your home. Set out to fend for yourselves with only your clothes and your hides.
Who would do that to kids?
I'm hungrier than you are.
Because you're a pig.
It's
man,
not
I
a
would.
cake.
Oh!
Careful with that, dear. I'd hate for you to start something you can't stop.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm called Gretel, and this rough one here is my brother Hansel.
Ouch.
That's weird. Right then, I'm out right then.
There's something wrong here.
But it's so
I think they work
pleasant.
for shadows.
Where are all the animals? From where does she draw milk?
Oh, that was a human organ, wasn't it?
Gretel, there's a storm coming. This is your power. To see what is hidden and to take it.
What is that? The story you know.
The same gift, the same magic.
Hides a secret, apparently.
What did you do with him?
All that is left is to make him.
Oh no! Oh, see, that was what the moving poster was. Oh, dude, that's gross.
Delicious.
Oh, dude, and it's given the Grimm fairy tale treatment on the bottom. I like that, man. That's gonna make me want to go read the Grimm fairy tale again and see like what stuff in it's one of those things like, you know, I remember reading like the kid versions of the Grimm fairy tales. I don't know if I've ever actually read like the real versions, and seeing a trailer for a movie like that, which says a Grimm fairy tale on the bottom, not that that necessarily means anything, but having it there makes me wonder, like, I want to go back, read it, and see what they adapted or pulled from that to get to what we saw there, because there is a lot of creepy stuff in there, man. I love the visuals, specifically the shadows around the witch, and how she kind of has like an all-black form a lot of the time we see her. I like that stuff. I like the lighting, and the color palettes that are being used. They're just like they make you feel unnervy, you know. And it looks like they should be some fairly creepy performances, not just from the witch, but Gretel and Hansel look pretty kind of creepy on their own too. So I'm interested. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm not familiar with, so I'm interested to see where this goes. Certainly looks like it's gonna be one of the movies where you're just kind of sitting there like this the whole time. You're just like, so much hair, you know. That's where I'm probably gonna be. So I'm always about stuff like that. So you can expect that I will see Gretel and Hansel for sure. The question is, are you, man? What are you thinking about Gretel and Hansel? Are you familiar with the Grimm fairy tale, the actual Grimm fairy tale? Did you grow up with like the kid versions of that? Is seeing a Hansel and Gretel movie something that you're interested in? Does this look like a take that you would be interested in? Does this look as scary as what the story should be? Or do you just not care, man? Is this not your cup of tea? Are you too scared? Do you just think it looks stupid? Anything you're thinking about Gretel and Hansel goes down below in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out as we approach Gretel and Hansel, well, I recommend you come join our Cinnamon Sit-Down squad, man. Jump over there, hit that subscribe button. Boom, I pop up in your feed. You're part of the squad. We get to hang out, have fun, talk movies, TV, trailers, all that good stuff. And if you're really, really into the Seaman, do yourself a favor, man, and go hit that little bell that follows the subscription button. That's an alert bell. You'll get alerts every time I make a new video. Until next time, for the Seaman Cinema Sit-Down, I'm Seaman. I'm signing off. Peace. Well, if you aren't still here, looking for something else to check out that's Seaman related, why don't you check out a video like this guy or this guy? And if you really want to help the Seaman out in year 2, hit that subscribe button and come join the Cinema Sit-Down squad, kids. You know what to do. See ya.